up, guys? It is me, your girl Shant'e, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. If you are new, scratch that, welcome back, period. Hey y'all, so in honor of kids going back to school, I decided to do one of my classic videos, one of my classic story times in high school. I think I'm gonna do a couple of them because I have a whole bunch. So in honor of y'all going to school, I'm gonna give y'all a little rundown of what I used to do in school, period. That was like 10 plus years ago. Ooh, I'm getting old. Oh my Jesus, I'm getting old and look good, period. Yeah. Story time is about how me and my best friend almost got caught by my mama skipping school. So y'all, around this time, I don't know why they took out, you know what I'm saying, the pizza, the hot wings, all of that stuff when we was going to school. When my brother and them was going to school, they had the pizza, they had the hot wings, they had the milkshakes, they had the slushies, baby, they had the whole Parkers inside the school cafeteria. Like, what's tea? Why y'all had to take that out before me? That's serious. It's nothing to eat. So we sitting in school, and I'm just like, bro, I am so tired of eating in school lunch. Like, it was just to the point where I was just tired. So one day we was thinking, I was just like, best friend, I'm not trying to eat this food. My mama had literally, we had a seafood boil. It was crazy. We had a seafood boil that night. And I was like, I ain't gonna count. I'm not trying to wait till I get home to eat the seafood, best. Like, let's just go to my house and just eat the seafood and then we just gonna come back. So my best friend like, okay, bet. We gonna go during lunch. We had a gym class together. So I'm texting her, she texted me, we like, cause before we went to gym. So I was like, we gonna leave like right at gym, or I mean right at gym period, or what we gonna do? So I'm like, so we gonna have to figure out how we about to do this, because gym class, if we didn't go to gym, like if we didn't come sign in before gym, then we'll get in trouble. We had to figure out what we was doing in gym first, because usually we'll go in the gym, they'll let us run around, we'll sign our name in, they'll let us run around or whatever, and then like they'll take us outside to go walking. So I'm like, if we on that type of time today, what we gonna do is we gonna sign in around the time that we, you know what I'm saying, because y'all know we time everything. Around the time that we just running around in the gym, we just gonna go to the crib, get something to eat. And when they start walking, they do at least like 3 laps or whatever. By the time they hit the 3rd lap, we should be walking back to the school, because that gate stay open, and we just gonna run to the little thing, run on the island. That's what we call it, the island, and make it seem as if we were walking around the whole time. So that's what the plan was. Boom. Okay, we get to gym, we see it's that type of day, we on some let's escape. So the only escape door that you won't get caught on camera is the door when you going towards the gym, the double door. If you go down the band room, you're gonna get caught, because they started putting a little camera right there or whatever. So we're just like, let's just go out the double door, because it make it seem as if we're going for the walk already, so they're not gonna think, they're gonna think it's gym period. Boom, smart, duh. So what we decided to do, we walked around, right? We walked out to the island or whatever, because it's a big old circle, and then the gate to get out is right there, so it's open. So we walked out, walked to the island, we walked all the way around as if we were basically like going in the lap. So if we did get in trouble when we came around, we could say that we went around in front of the school. That's why we wasn't on camera. We had already came up with stuff in our head, you know what I'm saying? If you gonna try to do something, be smart about it. Like, that's why a lot of people be getting caught when they be skipping and all that. Y'all don't logically think. Like, back in the day, baby, oh, we wasn't skipping unless we had a whole mastermind plan already mapped up if we get caught out in the streets and this happened and this that. Like, we done came up with 7,692 ways that we ain't going down for this. Period. So we ended up walking. My house, well, both our houses was literally right there, because we stayed in the same apartment complex. So we literally walking down there, boom, get to my crib. I'm like, let's go ahead and make this process fast. So I'm going ahead, warming up the crowds. We sitting down and got us a little drinky drink or whatever. So we sitting down comfortable, but we set the timer, because we already had the timer going. We knew what time we had to be back, everything. We on the schedule. So we ended up finishing up the food faster than we thought or whatever. So we was happy. First of all, we was happy as heck, bro. We was so hungry that day. We was so hungry that day. We was like, bro, no, not doing it. Like, I'm not trying to eat that nasty behind school lunch. Like, I'm trying to eat something that's gonna keep me going, because baby, I'm telling you, I'll be knocked out whole time. Boom, we sitting there. So something was just, for the both of us, something was just like, let's just go ahead and go back early. Like, let's just go back, be sitting on the outside waiting on them to come out, as if we waiting on them to go walking, because we know the time. Smart thinking. So boom, we ended up cleaning up everything. You know me, I am smart. Mama, if you're watching this, you can never catch me. I'm too smart. I'm not doing it. Sometimes my mama, I knew my mama's schedule like the back of my hand. Sometimes my mama would get off of work at like 12 and she'll go home and she'll eat, because my mama had like 1:30 probably for her break. I don't know, my mama need for speed driver, so she could have had 30 minutes for her break. She would have literally left her job, got something to eat, comfortably took a nap, and made it back to work on time, because this could speed. Like, back. Boom. I took the crabs, washed the pot out, sprayed the house, took the crab shells, tied them up, sprayed the whole house down, and took the crabs to the dumpster. At this time, the only person that was in the house was me. Everybody had already graduated. My sister had already moved to Atlanta. My brother had already went to the military, and my second brother had already moved out. So I'm the only one in the house. So it would make sense logically. Shant'e's the only one here. So obviously she's the one that's, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I did everything, because you ain't gonna catch me, baby. Nanny, nanny, boo, boo. The only way you caught me because I told you. Packing up all the stuff. The worst thing you want to do is leave a pot that was never in the sink, a smell that was never in the house, and crab shells that were never open during the time. But one thing about my mama, once you eat seafood, it's going out that night, like that night or that next morning. Period. That's it. So boom, did all of that. We started walking, y'all. We started walking back to the school. Walking back to the school. Literally, I swear, 4 great M&Ms. As soon as we stepped foot right here on the pavement, we started walking up as if we was going around the island, because it's like a curve. We started walking. Tell me why my mama came flying down the gate. She's talking about some, where y'all coming from? So we look, so she like, where y'all coming from? So we looking where we coming from. I said, Mom, we got our, she said, why y'all book bags on and why is y'all outside? So I turned my head and I'm like, well, Mama, we walking, we do laps. We in PE, we do laps around the island every day. So she was like, So soon as we said that, the coach come outside with all the other kids. So she was like, I said, Mama, look at the kids coming out. I ain't even knew. I pointed, and when I pointed, they was coming out and they was walking around. I was like, see? I said, we gotta go before we get in trouble, because they gonna think we talking to a stranger. Coach was like, what y'all doing at that gate? I was so happy he said that. When I tell y'all, so happy he said that, because I'm like, Mama, we gotta go. We gonna get in trouble if we talking to you. They gonna think we talking to somebody we don't know. So she talking about, But I tell you, me and my best friend was, when she's joined up, we was crying, laughing all the way back to the school. Crying, laughing all the way back to the school, y'all. When I tell you crying, laughing back to the school, we was cracking up, because I'm just like, oh my God, best friend, we almost got caught by Mama. She was like, something told me to get out the house. I ain't gonna lie. A few seconds later, we would have been caught. We would have been caught. Like, if we would have stayed at the time we was gonna stay, she would have walked through the door while we was eating them crabs. And she was gonna curse us out. Like, and my mama is like Naya mama. She was gonna get on both of us. So we're cracking up on the way back to the school, because we like, girl. So we vowed to each other. We like, we not okay. And we gonna skip. We just not gonna skip going home. We just gonna go either, because we had an option to go to the Chinese store. Well, not like an option, but we made it an option in school to either go across the street to the Chinese store or send one of our faculty teachers to the Chinese store, or we'll send, like, this is what we used to do in high school. We used to find the coolest teacher, give them money. Sometimes you had to bribe some of them teachers. Sometimes you had to get them teachers something. Like, some of them teachers, if they going to lunch already to where we asking them to go, then we'll just send their money and they won't want nothing. But if they ain't got nothing, you know the right thing to do is just slip them a little, you know what I'm saying? Or I get you a little meal or something, or I get you something to drink or something. Like, I get you a little side order, but I'm trying to give you something to eat. But we'll send them, and then they'll come back and get us right. But after a while, they started scamming us. Like, we had this one black lady. She used to piss me off. Every time girl wanted something to eat, oh, what you finna give me? Listen, you pair professional. You needed a new pair of lungs. The way you was smoking them cigarettes. No shade to the cigarette smokers, but y'all need to stop that, because it's gonna make y'all die early. Y'all lungs is dirty. Put that cigarette up. But that's how we used to do it in high school. I don't know what y'all do nowadays. Like, I don't know how y'all get lunch. I don't know if the lunch is even getting better or worse. I don't know what's going on. The schools in my city started to look really, really good. So hopefully the lunch is matching, because if that's not it, skip. But if you enjoyed this story time, comment down below any of your, if you have graduated high school, comment down below one of your high school experiences, because I really want to know, like, what y'all used to do in high school. Y'all used to skip, y'all used to skip for school. I mean, y'all used to skip for food, or y'all used to skip to see that nigga. Which one y'all used to skip for? I ain't gonna say nothing, because I got a story time too, Poodle. But make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Make sure your post notifications is on so your phone can beep, buzz, vibrate, and do whatever it does when you're posting a video. I love you guys.